Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents.
The kickoff for San Francisco.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On first down, Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
First down, Philadelphia.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was taken down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very pick up of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Eagles nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
He's across
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagle first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The Eagle ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
D4.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's caught by Dbo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dbo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14. Eagles nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Philadelphia.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Hurts. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Sanders.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
1st down, Eagles.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The Eagle ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Pass rusher extraordinaire, Dee Ford that time, getting the sack.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Number 31.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Duke Riley.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd-and-1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd-and-1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd-and-1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a carry for Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
At their own
that is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts, so
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. throw here out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A final shot here before half. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
21. Here we go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A gain of
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Rager. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Hurts.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll go again with Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
That's the end of the third.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 15. Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
George Kittle.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Yard line.
Here we go. 80. Check. Mike 42. 11. Let's go. Let's bring it. Check safety.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
They'll drop to throw. This ball complete to Rager. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
But first down, Hurts. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, I think a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throw here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Garoppolo. And James has it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. His pass caught at the 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle by D. Ford. No gain on the play. And it's third down.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.